Hello, everyone, and welcome to Be Inspired. This is Blue Balloon Theatre's podcast brought to you by Becca, the artistic director of the company. This podcast is a chance for us to chat to creatives from all around the industry, the performing arts industry, about their experience, and really its aim is to inspire you. And today I'm hella excited for this podcast because we have got the wonderful Jade Lavinia on with us. Hello.
Oh, bless you. I'm so excited to have a little chat with you, Becca. Thanks so much for having me.
An absolute pleasure. So for anyone that maybe doesn't know you or knows a bit about you, let's chat about you. Tell me a bit about yourself, sort of what you do in the industry.
Oh, I always find this question really hard because I feel like I do loads and it's so hard to put it in a nutshell. But to people that don't know me, sorry. Hello, lovely to meet you all. Thank you for listening. My name's Jade Lavinia. I'm 24 years old, Manchester girl, but I've now made the move to Bournemouth, which is crazy new, crazy different. Predominantly professional dancer, fire artist, and I'm now going down the avenue of filmmaking, video editing, movement direction. It's very, very exciting. So I do like a whole array of different things. Yeah, it's really, really exciting. And YouTuber as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I do want to talk about your dance, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued to talk to you about your journey, which, am I right in thinking that your YouTubing and filmmaking journey started during lockdown? Would I be right?
Yeah, 100%. So my partner is a phenomenal filmmaker. We've been together for 3 years. I always loved photography. I studied at college. I always had a camera, whether I was taking pictures or dancing or making my own little projects. I always loved it. But then being with Tyler and seeing his avenue of filmmaking just blew my mind. And I was just like, wow, this is so special. So, obviously the past 3 years I've dabbled in it, we've created together, and then I've always wanted to do YouTube. I've just never had the confidence. Like, Becca, you do it too. Like, it's just the scariest thing, putting yourself out there on the internet.
Yeah.
And Tyler was always like, Jade, you need to do it. And I was just like, I'm not ready. But like the be all and end all was like, when are you ever going to feel ready for anything, And I was just sat at home, like many creatives in lockdown, and I was like, what can I do with all this creative energy that I have? And I was like, you know what? I'm making my channel. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was so scary. I cried when I posted my first YouTube video because it was something so personal. I spoke about my journey with my acne and, like my recovery side of it. So it was a really personal, special video to me. And I'm just loving the journey. It's my channel's first birthday on the 14th of May. So I'm going to do like a nice little video. But yeah, I'm just absolutely loving the journey. It's been amazing.
Yeah. That is so lovely to hear. And you're absolutely right. It's a chance to get all of that creative energy that you maybe don't have an outlet for in an ordinary job, or if you're perhaps doing a dancing job, that is a very specific type of energy. So the fact that you've now got this other outlet is amazing. And for anyone that is listening or watching this podcast on YouTube, do go and check out Jade's channel because her videos are fantastic. I was watching one of your videos last night, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, you were chatting about your move down to Bournemouth and how it's been quite a big thing for you. It's been quite a scary thing in some respects. Talk about that with us. Like, is there anything that sort of prompted you, do you think, to make that move? Was it to do with your career or what? Talk us through that.
Yeah, so the video explains a lot of it. I use my channel as like a personal creative diary too, so I do like to share, like things that I'm going through so that I can look back at it, and I do like to post, like videos that people can relate to. But in a nutshell, as so many people would have gone through, specifically creatives as well, lockdown was so hard. It was such a roller coaster, and I really struggled. I really, really struggled. And I'm just one of those people where like, you know, everybody has their moments, but I'm like, right, I don't want to feel like this anymore. What can I do to make a change? Positive change too. So I was like, you know what? I'm really pushing my filmmaking, and it's another avenue that I've stemmed from my dance career that I'm so passionate about. I really want to go full force at it, and you know, not a lot realistically was going on for me in Manchester. The only thing that was holding me there was my family, which I love so much. I'm so close to, and I'm really, you know, making an effort to come back and see them all the time. But yeah, really, I have all these dreams and aspirations, and this move was to give myself to them wholeheartedly, because I think, you know, you need to do it while you're young, and no dream is unachievable. You should just go at it, and that's what we're doing. Like, we've got this beautiful office space in our flat now. We're working so hard, and it's just really exciting. Yeah, I did this move for me as well as for me and Ty.
Good. Oh, that's brilliant to hear. No, you're absolutely right. I think if you have a passion, if you have an idea, you have to run with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if it scares you. Like, that's something that I've learned throughout my career so far.
Absolutely. Literally, my screensaver on my Mac is, oh my God, what even is it now? If it scares you, you should most probably do it. And I look at that all the time and I'm like, yes, it's so true.
Absolutely. No, you're completely right. And I think for anyone as well, like, that struggles with their mental health, and perhaps you have had a dip throughout lockdown, you know, that doesn't define you as a person, that doesn't define your worth. And it's like you said, it's that moment where you make a choice of saying, actually, I can't do this anymore. I need to make a change, you know, for myself. And if that involves other people, then great. And if it involves just you, that's also great. But it's about making positive changes to your life to sort of better where you may go in the future, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people, that'll really resonate with a lot of people, because I know I myself, I've struggled in lockdown as well. I think everyone has, haven't they?
It's been so difficult in so many different ways. And I know that, you know, so many people have struggled with their mental health. It's been really difficult. But, you know, the thing personally that got me through is having amazing friends and family, just being really open about how I was feeling. And it is scary when you have that dip. Like, me personally, that was the first time I've ever had a dip like that before. So it was really scary. But, you know, the be all and end all of going through these experiences is it makes you stronger as a person. You learn how to deal with your own emotions. I learned a lot about myself in lockdown. And yeah, you just come out stronger, and you know yourself a little bit better. Be kinder to yourself and just do what's best for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to chat about something that you are, you know, one of your many passions is to dance, and I know how much happiness that brings you. Let's chat about your journey as a dancer, and sort of where you started to where you are now. Like, let's chat about that.
Okay, so it's quite a funny one. So I didn't start dancing until like a little bit later, so I was a little bit of a late bloomer. So I was born and raised in Poole, Dorset, the South Coast, which is so funny because I'm back here now, so it's like full circle in life. And then I moved to Manchester when I was around 12 with my mum, and then that's when I started training with a company called Company Fierce, and I met like my sisters for life. We're still like, we're going on like 10 years of friendship now, which is just mind-blowing. So yeah, around 13, 14, I actually started training. My dance teacher at high school actually put me in for my GCSE in year 8 instead of year 11, because she was like, you can do this and you're doing it early. And I got an A or an A star, and I was in year 8. And it was just like, wow, okay, like maybe I'm actually good at this. Like I should run with this. And yeah, it was just the most incredible thing. And like looking back at my journey, like it's been so up and down. Like, so I trained, and then like I got a part scholarship to train in London, but then I couldn't go because I couldn't afford it. I have a single parent. But you know, I didn't let that get me down. I started training myself. I saved up, working like 3 jobs, commuting to London and back every week, as you do, to train. I did different, you know, training camps. And then I ended up, you know, going to college in a different uni, and I got signed in my second year, which was amazing. I've been so fortunate to do some really amazing jobs. I'm honestly so grateful. taught at amazing studios, have amazing students. I actually started my own dance studio when I was 21, which was really early, which was just the most amazing experience. But, you know, lockdown made it come to a complete halt. And I've had people ask me, like, do you not dance anymore? Like, have you tried to go down a new avenue? And the answer is yes and no. Like, be all and end all, I'm a creative, but dance is like my number one love. It's what caused me to find myself as a person, you know, to stem down different avenues as a creative. I will always dance. I'm teaching at studios down here, but obviously there's no dance work really at the moment. So, you know, I'm freestyling, I'm still training myself, I'm still teaching my kids at some new studios down here, which is amazing. I'm still workshopping in Manchester when I come back up. And yeah, it's exciting to see what the future holds with me in dance. But at the moment, I'm just really enjoying learning new skills, you know, filmmaking, growing other skills that I have. But I'm always incorporating dance into it because it's just my heart and I just love it so much.
You know what? Go for it. Like, if
Yeah.
you can bring two of your passions together, that's like, it's incredible. I think it's so good to see. I wanted to ask, actually, has there been a particular job that you've enjoyed the most, or that you feel that you've taken the most from throughout your career so far?
Oh, it's really hard, that. It's really hard because there's been so many. I feel like when you get the opportunity to work with one of your friends, it's so special.
Yeah.
One job in particular, it was actually my first tour that I ever booked, dancing for an artist. It was actually with one of my really close friends, Hannah. If you're watching this, girl, I love you. And we were opposites. So I have bright red hair and she has bright, well, she did at the time have bright ginger hair. So we was opposites. You know, we flew to Estonia, to Finland, we traveled together, you know, we performed together. And it was like, to our biggest audiences, like 10,000 people. It was just insane. And to have that experience with a friend, honestly, it's just mind-blowing. I finished my set on stage and I would just cry. No joke. I'm quite an emotional person, me, like I am, but I'd just get off stage back and I'd just cry. And Hannah would be like, oh my God, are you injured? Are you all right? I'm just like, no, girl, I'm just so grateful for this. Like, what is life? Like, you work so hard and you go through so much and you make so many sacrifices for your craft. And then you have those moments and it's just so special. I'd probably have to say that one, I think.
Yeah.
And then obviously I did another job in Amsterdam with Hannah and then I met Tyler. So that one as well.
Yeah. No, I completely get that. That's happened to me, actually. I'm
really?
Very similar to you, I think, in that I'm always very grateful for the work that I get.
Yeah.
And both myself and you, I can see it in everything that you do. We're grafters. We work very hard for what we want to achieve. And yeah, it's crazy having that. It's like you're overwhelmed with like joy and adrenaline, and you let it out, and it's a good thing. I think it shows how much you care about what you do. So yeah, I've been there, gal. I get it.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? But it's just so lovely. It's really lovely to like look back on as well.
Yeah. So one of the final questions that I wanted to ask you was, for anybody that may be starting out, or for anyone that, you know, they may be well into their career by now, is there any advice that you might have to any sort of creative, you know, whether they're a dancer, whether they're a filmmaker, or whether they're something completely different? Is there any advice from your experience that you would give to them?
Oh, that's such a good question, Becca. Yeah, so much, but I think the be all and end all would just be stay in your own lane. Don't think about what anybody else is doing. I mean, you know, do your research and take inspiration, but just have your blinders on. Like, just focus on you. Don't pay too much attention about people's opinions, what other people are doing. Be you, because there's only you in this world. No one is you. And just zone in on that, because it's powerful. Like, we spend so much time worrying about other people's opinions and judgments, like, because social media is such a huge thing nowadays. Like, it's hard, isn't it? But looking back at like when I was younger, all that time I spent being anxious or worried, I, you know, could have excelled a bit faster. So that's like something I wish I could like say to baby Jade, like, don't worry about no one else. So just do you, and it's gonna happen. Just do you.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I see in you most definitely, is that you are fiercely yourself in everything, in the way that you present yourself, in the way that you create your content for YouTube, for everything really. I mean, I have to mention it, but for anyone that's listening to this podcast and can't actually see Jade, Jade has the most vibrant red hair, the most beautiful hair, and she's got tattoos, and that is a huge part of who you are as an artist.
Yeah.
I think to make those changes, or to take those steps to becoming your best self, you might say, it is, as you say, it's powerful, it's empowering. And I think not only that, but it can have a knock-on effect on the people that you spend time with, or the people you care about the most. I know you, as you said before, you and Tyler work together a lot. And I think because you know exactly who you are as an artist, you know exactly what you can bring to the table, making that connection even stronger. So yeah, I completely agree with that bit of advice. I think that's, yeah, great, really great stuff. Like, if anyone's listening to this and they're like doubting themselves, just go for it.
Completely. Foot on the gas. Never take your foot off the gas. Never.
Exactly. Never. Even, you know what, this happened to me the other week. I got very, very stressed because there was a lot of work going on, and it's one of those things. I was incredibly grateful to be getting these messages about work and collaborations, but it gets overwhelming sometimes. And it's just having that moment to check in with yourself and go, this is absolutely fine, like, this is what I want to do. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed, as long as you stay true to yourself, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Well, finally, let's take a moment to plug any of your social medias, your YouTube especially. I'm sure everyone listening to this is going to be like, where can I watch?
Oh, I love that. Well, it's literally just Jade Lavinia on all platforms. YouTube, drop me a sub, guys, if you want to come check out my channel. I'm a very small platform, growing, but I'm honestly so grateful every single time that I see that sub count go up, and I love connecting with people. If you ever want to have a chat, just drop a comment. I'm always chilling in the comments. Jade Lavinia on Instagram, TikTok occasionally when I'm feeling extravagant in my days. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, hit me up, guys, if you wanna check it out.
Amazing. One last thing.
Oh my God, girl, go for it.
This is the last thing I'm going to ask. Have you got any projects lined up? Can you tell us about them?
I do. I have a lot. I can't talk about it. Yeah, so one that I can say, me and Ty shot our first like campaign together in March in Wales, a really exciting campaign. We've started posting about it already, and that comes out I think next week. So that's really exciting. It's a really special one to me because me and Ty worked on this together. So Ty was DOP director, I was assistant director, I did wardrobe, styling, photography. Like this is like our first little proper baby, like big campaign that we've worked on together. So I'm very excited to release that. And yeah, I've got so much YouTube content coming out my ears. So yeah, it's I'm really proud of my content that I'm putting out this year. I feel like, especially with YouTube and obviously filmmaking, it's so much to learn, like never ending. And I feel like it's took from May last year to now, like coming into 2021, for my content to look the way I want it to look and feel the way I want it to feel to people watching my videos. I want to make people feel something, And yeah, it's only like this year that I'm like, damn, like I can actually do this now because I've done all this learning. So it's very, very cool. So yeah, I'm just very excited to be going ham with my YouTube and my filming, and keep an eye out on my socials, guys, because it's getting lit this year. What on the gas?
I agree. Well, absolutely. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Go and check it out. There's loads of stuff going on for Jade and for you and your partner Tyler as well. I'm sure everyone listening to this will be as excited as I am to check everything out. And just best of luck with everything down in Bournemouth, Jade, because
honestly, thank you so much. I really just
pleasure.
love having this chat with you this morning. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. If you've been watching this on YouTube, leave it a like, leave a comment down below. Me and Jade will meet you down there. If you've got any questions, feel free to shoot us any messages or questions that you have. If you've been listening to this on Spotify, Anchor, or anywhere else you get your podcast, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you at our final episode of season 1 at our next episode. Goodbye.